Hey guys, welcome back to Beauty by CD. I am your girl Sin, and this is Clients Be Like. So I'm busting this closure, frontal on my client, and she wanted to see. So I let her see the work step by step because clients, they get so interested in what you're doing and how you're doing it, how you're laying it down, how you're stitching it, everything. And sometimes if it's a long-term client, you go ahead and let them do that. So I let her rock and let her watch herself. At the same time, she didn't want to show her face, but she couldn't resist. So I'm laying the frontal down like I normally would. I'm explaining my steps as I'm going. I'm stitching the back. I'm making sure that everything is laid down. I haven't cut the lace off yet, so I'm making sure that everything is going according to plan. So I'm showing you you guys the back of my pattern, and this is how I get it done. All I do is take the braid and I go around. I didn't use a net because I didn't think she needed one. It's going to add tightness to it because when you do a frontal sometimes, then you sew on top of everything that you've just done, it will feel a little tight to the clients, and that could be a little uncomfortable for them. So you want to keep it slightly medium in tension. So I'm in the front and I'm cutting the lace off. I did a little different this time. The first time I took the lace off from the beginning. The second time I laid the closure down, the frontal down first. Then I went back in and I cut it off. And I did a little zigzag cutting so it's not like straight across like it's so fake and unrealistic. So here I'm adding tension and I'm going through the braids. What I did was I found a part and I go through it and just stitch it on the braid. It's kind of like doing surgery, but you got to kind of just feel your way and try to see the braid. This is partial lace, and the top has silk at the top. So it's like a silk base lace frontal, which is dope. I don't really get to see many of them, but I do know where to get them. So if you need one, holla at me. I might hook you up. So yeah, back to the video. So I'm getting everything sewn down. Frontals could be very, very intricate, as you see, and not everybody can wear or should wear a frontal. If you have a very unique hairline, I wouldn't really do it. She had more like a widow's peak, but on the sides, like her edges peeked out a little bit more, and then she's natural, so it was a little challenging to do. But you'll see that the final look was very, very pretty and complimentary to her face shape and how she wanted to rock it. As long as you get the frontal down pretty well, the rest is all illusion and manipulation. You get it down as close as you can to the scalp. And you do that by taking your time and going through every single braid. Wherever you have a braid, I would try to sew as many as possible, so that way it adds attention and it keeps it down so there's no pockets. And that's what I'm doing here, you guys. I kind of kept it not so fast. I didn't speed it up that much so you guys can see clearly. But all I did was exactly what I said. I went through each row and I sewed it down. I'm getting closer to the edge, and this is where you kind of have your client just hold it. But she still want to see what I'm doing. So she's holding it, but she's watching me, I'm watching her. But I'm not really watching her. I'm watching where I'm sewing so I can make sure everything's good. But I'm also watching the mirror in front of her hands so I can make sure that I didn't move the frontal off track. It's very important that you keep it, pulled in the right places so that way it doesn't move or bunch, because you don't want to have to go back and remove your work. So pay close attention to what you're doing. All right, so now I'm closer to the front and I can see my work a little bit more. So I'm just sewing, like I was saying before, just going through each loop up and down. As I get to the front, I'm going to do a different type of stitch, and I'm going to take it in and out, in and out, in and out. Catch some braid, take it back in and out, blah, 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 blah. You've seen it before in my other video. Hopefully you found my other frontal video that I did, which is also very detailed. So again, she's like, let me see, and it's coming along pretty well. She hasn't complained yet, so that means she's liking it, she's feeling it. I'm feeling it too. Now, once I get to the other side, I want to make sure that I'm adding enough tension to it. And with frontals, you guys, they're not all custom made for us. And it's, again, you have to manipulate and try your best to lay it down as much as you can. And then the tweezing and, creating the hairline is where the frontal becomes more realistic. You have to know how to manipulate it and make it look real dope. So what I did here, since the frontal was too long, I took it all the way to the back, and that kind of helped me add more tension. So it's like all the way behind her ear onto where the braid goes in a circular pattern. And that gave me a nice lay down, and it brought the closure on the side like real slick. You see like how it's really like laid down right there? And she's also watching it. Look, 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 look at her. She's like, oh, let me see, let me see, let me see. Clients be like, let me see. They be like, what you doing? They be like, hold on, that's not tucked right. Hold on, I can still pick that up. Hold on, how come I can see my braids right there? Hold on, but what you doing? Hold on, you think you can get it down a little bit better than that? Clients be like, oh, but we love clients because they come back and they're the ones who support us and keep us working. So I finally got the job completed, and I'm just flat ironing out, and this hair was beautiful. And I just made sure I pressed it out, gave a simple twirl in the front to give it an accent, and that's it. Once I made this hair straight, she was good to go, honey, and she loved it. As you can see, she's starting to smile, so another happy customer. Again, with frontals, they're not for everyone, but as long as you know that they are something that can help give you a different look and more flexibility and versatility to your look, I would go ahead and try it. Try it once. Maybe you'll like it, maybe you won't, or maybe that'll be your go-to type of look. I hope you guys enjoyed this video. This was my second frontal video and on a client that I have, and I wanted you guys to see how I got hers laid really nicely. Here's a quick close-up. When you pull it back, it's all good. I didn't do baby hairs for her because she didn't want to, but imagine if I did.